Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today is something a lot different to your usual DIL 469 video. Today I'm going to be kitting out this McLaren GT3 V2 Fanatec wheel. Now I've had this wheel for probably about a year now, and to be fair, mostly for the price point I've had no issues with it. The only thing, and it's the thing most people have an issue with, is if we go to the back of the wheel, is these shifters. Now, they have one cool feature where if you want to upshift, you can use the opposite hand to upshift and downshift, so it can kind of go against each other. Now, I'm going to lose that function today by fitting some upgraded shifters, mechanical carbon fiber magnetic ones. Now, that noise there you're hearing is one of the main reasons why currently, at the moment, I don't do any live com four-wheel racing videos, that is. Usually, when I record with my mic and try to do live comms, most of the video is taken up by. So pretty much the big goal is to try and get rid of as much noise as possible. Now we're going to strip it down. We also have some other little bits to fit. Now I'm going to just give you a little sneak preview of this because I don't want to show it off too much yet. The camera will focus on the white page. You can just see there a Honda logo and some red and white. So that's all you're getting for now. That'll be fitted towards the end of the video, so that's going to be put away again. But yeah, we need to strip the whole wheel down. We need to take the faceplate off. We need to take off, obviously, our motherboard needs to come out, and a lot of buttons need to come out. So there's a bit of stripping in it yet, but yeah. So we're going to strip into it and see how we go. So yeah, it's going to be sped up from here, and probably a few moments as we get through. And yeah, let's see how we get on. So I rambled on way too much when I was actually doing it, so I decided to go back and kind of revise over it quickly. So at the moment, just popping off the buttons off the face of the wheel, a small flat screwdriver just to literally just give me a smallest bit of leverage to pop them off. A couple of rubbers around the switches up the top. Again, a lot of the reviews say that you'd want somewhat mechanical skill to do this. I personally didn't think it was that hard. Simple hand tool, so you need I believe the Torx on the front I'm already after getting, I think they were 9 or 10. The nuts I'm taking out there are 13. And then there's ones in a minute where you saw me pull out the rubbers, they'll be in 8. And that's pretty much all you need. A couple of Phillips head screwdrivers to take out the screws out of the motherboard. And that is pretty much all of the tools you need. So again, nothing overly complex. It's put together pretty nicely. It comes together, or comes apart quite easily. You can see here now in a second we'll have the faceplate off. And we get into the more nerving part of it for me was going at the motherboard, because that's the electrical part and that's kind of a bit more scary. You can see we just lift the faceplate off, and now you can see we have all the bolts out. I think there's about 8 bolts in total holding in the motherboard, and then there's 2 onto this on the little MF or the LFD screen kind of going onto the motherboard. So again, 2 screws in that little black tab you saw me pull out, then you pull out the metal thing, and then you have your old shifters off. There's a couple of rubber slots, 2 on each side. You pull them out. And once they're out, you can then start to push out your magnets. You can just see 2 magnets there, that's for the old shifters. Then you can actually start sliding in your new ones. So already we're going back together, which is pretty simple. So once you feed through your wires, kind of line it up and hand thread everything. Make sure you hand thread everything if you ever want to do anything like this. Definitely hand thread everything in, make sure everything just lines up. Have it loose so you can position it. And then when you have everything in, you're happy that there's a good few threads in everything, just give them a nip down, as we're doing now. But yeah, nothing too serious. Now when you're putting the motherboard back, you probably won't see it in this clip. Just make sure the new block connectors and wires aren't being pinched by the motherboard. The scariest part of the job for me was this, pulling off the old block connectors from the old motherboard, or the current motherboard I should say. Hide them under the motherboard, there's kind of many places you can do. Pop in your new ones, and from there then, all back together. Pretty simple. Not very stressful, but yeah, fun job. So we are back together now. You might notice all the buttons are still off, but I need that to put on its new sins. Go at this point, I'm going to give it a good clean before I do anything else, and just get it ready, prepped the face for the new livery. So back together now. I have plugged it in just to make sure before I cover everything, because I believe with the new livery going on, it covers the Torx, which means I won't be able to get it back off without taking off the skin, which means then that skin is gone. So I have checked them now. I'll wait for the audio test to the very end. Now I'm not going to give my thoughts yet. Everything's bolted up, everything's tight, the face is on, everything's in, all the buttons back in. A bit fiddly put back together, but not really that hard. And at least I knew the main thing, it works. So I didn't go into games, went into the Fanatec software and upshift and downshift, and it registers inside it. So clearly just bolt in, bolt out, plug and play. And yeah, MFD worked, everything seemed fine, so I'm pretty happy as of now. So it is now all clean. It's just drying off. I'm just giving it a few seconds there. I even went over all the rubber grips and give the whole wheel a good clean while I was there. I'm just going to leave the surface, have a little minute or two just to air. Now we get to the point where I've been most now, so that's applying my stickers. So straight away, if you can read that, no, I'll weigh that up. I can't read that. And behind it maybe, no. Anyway, I'll bring it up to the table. There we go. If I put it against my jumper, it's a Honda logo now. If the McLaren wheel is a dead giveaway of what this is, so I'm not going to say anymore. I'm going to record it, but I probably won't be able to see much from this angle. You might get to see some colours, and the eagle-eyed of you will be able to guess what it is. But for now, it is time for me to do the bit that I've been dreading the most, and that's applying the stickers. So first up, I hope I have the right way around. I do. On the one now. How do I get it centered on screen? Looks pretty good. Everything seems alright with it to me. To my eyes, from this angle, it looks pretty damn straight, I must say. It's pretty central as well. So yeah, like the middle point of the end, for example. If you look at where we used to have this hole here, if you kind of look at that, again, get on camera straight as hard. It's almost that perfect center of the end, which is what you would class as the middle of the sticker. So yeah, pretty handy with that one. The sticker, in fairness, did want to lift quite a bit, so I was a bit kind of nervous doing it. Again, with it being a bit of a curved top to the wheel, wanted to make sure, and I took extra caution with it, but none of it's uneven. It all sat pretty nicely. I've rubbed it in as best I can, so I'm pretty happy with that. And on to now the even harder part. So it is time to finally show you which one I've gone for now. If you're not unaware of who these are lovely stickers. They're a company in France. Again, if I just let it shine down there, you can just see the reflection on the wheel. It is, of course, McLaren Honda. So we're going with the Senna livery, the Marlboro McLaren Honda from the late 80s, the dominant. Now, this is going to be pretty hard to get on. The white and black. Again, I have the McLaren wheel. There was loads of Ferraris, Porsches, all sorts of different. Again, I'll link them down below because their stickers are real class. But I said to myself, I'll stick with the McLaren wheel. And then I saw a Honda sticker. I was like, oh, Honda would look cool on it. And the McLaren Honda then would go nice. So that's what we're going for. So we're kind of sticking a bit to the kind of roots of the wheel as well, with it being a McLaren GT3 wheel. And we're kind of going to go for a McLaren Honda GT3 wheel now. So now I'm going to be probably quiet. And you'll probably just see the end result of this, because this is going to take all my focus and extreme dexterity from me. Because they do say if you put it on, you can't really lift it back up. Now, I did see a video a few minutes ago just watching, just make sure that everything I'm doing is right, of a guy putting on. He said he did shift it a small bit and he made no difference to it, so he was pretty happy. So yeah, let's go. I'm pretty nervous, but let's go anyway. So we have done it. The final reveal now, I will say it is not perfect. I reckon I'm going to get excuses out of the way before I show you that it will never be perfect. I believe that it's slightly off the dimensions. Now, I'll give them props. They have the bolt holes in. I remember saying earlier in the video that I'll make sure everything's working, because if I have to take it apart, I can't take it apart after it goes on. They do actually have the cutouts. Now, the biggest issue for me is actually the cutouts. Most of them don't line up. They're slightly off, so even if I do have to take it back off, realistically the cover will rip through most of that. So here it is. Try and get it in focus. Now, it looks okay from there. You can't really see most of the issues. It looks pretty good, actually. They're not going to lie. Whenever it is on camera in the future, realistically, it's not going to be anything other than that. Now, again, no buttons wrong, because I've literally just fit it. Now, you can see maybe the detail in the shot isn't as good there now because of the reflection from the light above me and the red and white, but I think that looks pretty damn good. Again, then we have Honda. Now we're going to do our sound test. So I'm going to stay quiet. I'm going to put it on shot. To me, I've yet to drive with it, but man, they're a lot quieter, and that is huge for me as well. Now, the wheel doesn't feel lighter, but I can guarantee you, after knocking this off, my two magnets, which are there, there's another little, this fella as well is gone, so there's a lot of hardware that comes off for these to be fitted. So overall, pretty happy with that, and going to try it out, and let's see really what I think of it. I'm going to end the video there. I'm eager to go and get some laps turned with this thing, but yeah, I know, different type of video today, but I just said I'd get the camera on and try it out and basically show off my mechanical skills. That's what I was banging on about it. But anyway, I'm going to end it there, guys. Hope you have enjoyed something slightly different on the channel. I do plan on using the camera up above. At the moment, I don't really have a good mounting position. I will put a picture on screen in a second here of what it is at the moment, how I have it actually mounted. It's like on top of my monitor hanging. So like if I was to wobble it, you can see how much wobble there's in it. So that isn't really a good position at the moment for me. So I will try and find somewhere proper to mount it, because I do like the idea of having the wheel and hand cam, and kind of like just having being able to see my inputs from like LFM and stuff like that, just so you can see a bit more. But yeah, got in there. Hope you have enjoyed this little bit different video. And yeah, I am really eager now to go test this bad boy out. Thanks for watching. Slán go fóill.